All right, this video, I will take a look at this object. I will create this from two different viewpoints or perspectives. So first I'm going to start from the top. I'll create that object and then I will start from the right on the second one. All right, so oh. Okay, so here I am on my top view, so I will create a new sketch and I will view normal to sketch plane. That's my bottom view, I want the top. There we go. And from the top, I'm going to first draw a construction line. Two construction lines, that one is not coincident. I'll make that coincident with my origin. As soon as I can grab it. There we go. Coincident. And I have a circle right here. So the important thing to note about this is that this circle is not going to be symmetric about this entire surface. It's only going to be symmetric with the wall that I'm going to sketch right there. So firstly, I'm going to grab this dimension. This is going to be 90. And I like to start with the bigger dimensions first. All right, so we have 90 and 50. I have, this is from the top. So I'm going to draw just half of this and then I will make my constraints and then I will after that I will put in the rest of the dimensions. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to, well, I'll put in some dimensions first. Let's see how this works out. It's 15 right there. This is going to be 10. And then that's 20. And from here to here, that's 20 as well. All right, let's see, what are we missing? We are missing this right here. This should be 10. And I think I have everything I need over here. So now what I'll do, I think, is I will mirror these lines. So everything that I just drew over here, I'm going to mirror that. All right, now I need to make sure that this is symmetric. Okay. Actually, it should be symmetric. I think the only thing that I'm missing, let me see what happens when I put in this dimension for this circle. This should be 20. And my worry is that I don't have fully defined lines. So now I need to see what I'm missing. So I know I need to close that up right there. And I know that this should be 20. Let's see. So let's put in a few constraints because I'm not sure if this is done yet. So I will make that symmetric. And it looks like that's pretty much okay. So I just want to make sure that this is symmetric. It should be. All right, so everything is fully defined. Again, this is from the top view. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extrude. So these three surfaces get extruded to 20. I'm just going to do a blind extrusion. Okay. And now these surfaces get extruded to 50. This is another blind extrusion. All right, so let's take a look at the isometric view. All right, so that's pretty much what we want. I'm going to sketch on that surface right there. You normal to sketch plane. And now I'm going to convert these two so that I can manipulate the surface. And now I'm going to make a construction line. I want to make sure that that is in the center. So I'm going to select my two walls and my construction line. I want to make sure that that is symmetric, and it is. So I am going to, what happened there? Okay, well, I can just do that later. All right, so let me zoom in. All right, this is not perpendicular. So I want to make sure that's perpendicular. And I want to make sure that is perpendicular. I believe that one is. So let's go ahead and make this symmetric. And we can dimension this. Okay, I'm going to sketch out a line from here to there. All right, so I'm going to dimension from here, from this point to that point, that should be 20. And then from this point to this point, that should be 10. Okay, so that is fully defined. Let me clean this up some. You know how I am. Okay, and let's accept those changes. We are going to select those two surfaces, and this time we're going to do an extrude remove. We want to go through all. And right here, I have more than one part over here. So I want to merge with all. And that way I can delete those surfaces through the entire object. All right, and you will see that in this isometric view. All right, so now the only thing that is missing is this back wall right here. So I'll create a sketch there. And I'm going to, let me just draw a circle. I'll grab a couple of construction lines. I want to make sure that that's coincident. Right now it's not, but we'll fix that. All right. Let's make that coincident. And now I want to make this symmetric from left to right. And now I'm going to dimension from the midpoint to the top, that will be 10 millimeters. The diameter of the circle is 20 because we were given a radius of 10. And now I will draw 2 tangent lines. So let me make sure that is tangent. And I'm just going to mirror that. All right, and let's see what happens when I just use my snip tool. Okay, so I'm going to have to convert this first, and then I can snip. Will it let me? Okay, well. So let's go ahead and extrude remove. Again, merge with all and remove through all. Let's take a look at our isometric view, and that is it. So over here, I'm going to select all of these parts, and then I'm going to use my union tool. So this is the Boolean tool actually, and then I'm going to union these parts, make sure that they're all one part. All right, so that is it. All right, so don't forget you need to assign aluminum 1060. And then you're going to get your mask properties. Okay, so that's it for that one. So I'm going to delete this and I will start over from the right view. So I'll hide my top plane and I'm going to create a sketch on my right view. Okay, so from my right view, let's see, I'm going to grab some construction lines. I have a circle. This is the back wall right here. I have a circle right here. And I have 2 lines that are tangent to that. So I'll do that in a bit. But I know that I have a rectangle somewhere down here. And let's see. I have something that looks like that, I believe. I have another line coming down. I'll fix that. This should be perpendicular. And this should be tangent. Okay, and I have another line that comes over here. All right, so I'll put my dimensions in. So again, this is going to be 90. Okay, so since we're looking at this from the right, this was one of the extrusions that we did previously. So this is going to be 20. From here to here, that's going to be 10. I know from here to here, from here to here, that should be 15. Let's see, what else? Okay, so let's dimension that to 20. This, from here to here, that should be 20. And I think it already is. All right, let's see, what are we missing? I need to dimension this. This is going to be 10. And I know the overall height will be 50. From the midpoint of the circle to that top wall, that should be 10. All right, I'm going to delete that because it's bugging me. It already knows what its dimension should be. So this is fully defined already. So now what I'm going to do is everything that I did over here, I am going to mirror. Let's see, are we forgetting anything? I think that's it. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and extrude these to 50. Okay. And I will extrude this to, it should be extruded to 10. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a sketch on this surface. And I want to use that surface and that surface. And there is also a point that I need to find. I can either use that point or I can just redimension. I think I'll just redimension. All right, so right click and view normal. So I'm going to make a construction line. Let's hope this is in the middle. And I'll just make some lines and then I'll dimension. Let's make sure this is symmetric. And let's put in our dimensions. So this is going to be 30, height of 10. I'm going to dimension from this point to this point, 10 millimeters. It does not like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that line because I think it was tied to something. So I'm going to draw a line and make sure that it's not coincident to any points. And now I can dimension. Okay, and that looks good. So let's accept those changes. And we will delete these two surfaces just like we did previously. So remove, merge, and we want to go through all, accept those changes. And now we're going to sketch on this surface. Let's make a construction line here, and I'll make one here. This needs to be horizontal. I want both of these to be, all right. That's giving me a little trouble. So I'm going to make this symmetric first. And now I can draw my circle. And dimension to 20 millimeters. And accept those changes. We're going to do an extrude remove. Oh, I know what happened. Let me go back into this sketch. I did not convert this. So let's convert that. And now we can accept the changes. Let's go back into our extrusion. And remove through all. Why does it not like that? Because I didn't remove, that's why. There we are. And let's take a look at our isometric view. I want to make sure that the proper material is assigned. And there we go. That is it. If there are any questions, please let me know.